If I can actually turn the page. That's called CP2, Conversational Pattern number 2. There you have it. CP2 is basically your mind-bending language loops, what we've been doing for the last 2 days. Right? And how do you do mind-bending language loops? Well, you just follow the PCAT formula. You find out what the problem is. Well, you don't even have to ask anymore. Why? Because the moment that this fails, you'll already be there. Do you see how that works? In order for this to fail, you're going to get information that automatically forces you into this position. Right? So, an example, without having done this so much, again, using Dave as an example, that was a perfect version of it. Why? Because had we gone to the point where he can feel good about imagining cats, just using this, but then you get the response, I hope, I'll get this. Well, where do I go from that? I can go straight into the MBL loop. I know what the problem is. I know what the parameters are. Right? He hopes it'll work, but he's not there yet. So I can start the loops instantly, and you do exactly what you've been doing today and at the end of yesterday. You can do it with, at this point here, these are basically the same maneuver that get both of these things done. You can do MBL loops, or you can use the non-awareness set. So whether you use mind-bending language or the non-awareness set, it's really irrelevant. They don't know. One is a bit more covert than the other. In other words, mind-bending language can be done a little bit more conversationally than the non-awareness set, but it all works. Right? So you have conversation pattern 1, conversational pattern 2, and one creates the context for the other. The point at which one fails, the other one automatically has the condition it needs in order to succeed. Makes your life easy, doesn't it? Can we have a microphone down here?
I know on an unconscious level I got it.
Yeah. You can hear that one, can't you?
I know on an unconscious level I've got it. For some reason I've got a conscious mind problem remembering a magic moment.
Okay, that's what we did before lunch, remember?
Right.
Think of the top of your ear, balance. Think of your belly button, stronger balance. That's what we do with hypnotherapy. We take your attention from a place that's making you weak, giving you problems, and I put it in the one place where those problems can't exist anymore. That was the magic moment.
That's a sample of a magic moment.
It's an example of... No, that's the only one you can use. Yes, it's an example of a magic moment. So remember, there's visual magic moments, there's physical magic moment, that was a physical one, and then there is story magic moments. And the 3 examples I gave you was the story of the theater, the physical one with Susan. There you go. Got it? No problem. Go ahead, Jeffrey.
It seems we use magic moment every day, and the example I'm thinking of is when you meet somebody for the first time and you shake your hand and introduce yourself. Right there, you've got your entry, and you've got your physical touch, and you've got your story.
Yeah. And I know some great storytellers, and I'm not a natural storyteller, believe it or not, and I've got some friends who are, and I'm constantly amazed because you call them up and within minutes they're telling you some wild and crazy story, and it's like, this is so good, I wish I could do that. I'm serious. So this is part of where I pick these things up from. So share magic moments, try more, read the cards for free and remember them, get the master class. The magic moment isn't magical, remember, it's what you do with it that's magical, right? Go ahead.
In the mind-bending language,
Yeah.
One of the things that I had an old instructor use, and I didn't realize it at the time, but I do now, is they were using homonyms
Okay.
in phenomenal ways. And to give you an example would be the word block. It can be a form as, we're going to build like a building block. It can be block as in an alliance, or
Yes.
block as to hinder.
Yes.
And I notice you use new and new quite often.
Yes.
And just for anyone who's interested in, as far as incorporating these types of, because they are phenomenal at being able to shift the attention going back and forth so it confuses, but yet seems to still have a logic to it. If I can give the website that they can all go to and they can find literally hundreds of them.
I'll write this down. In fact, I'm going to go to this website because this sounds interesting to me as well, right? Are you guys okay with this? Yeah? Because this is basically what we've been doing anyway, so it's easy to remember. Do you want to give me the website and I'll write it up for them?
www.cooper, COOPER, Alan, ALAN /homonym, HOMONYM _
To really make it complicated for people, right? Go on.
list .html.
But HTML?
HTML.
No code, anything like that?
HTML.
There's got to be a .com or something there.
I swear that that's what comes up on my thing every time I hit it. I just...
All right, well, you know what, guys? We'll check this, and then tomorrow I'll see if I can confirm or change this thing. It looks a little odd to me, but it could be it.
So did I. I wrote it down, and I went back.
I'll type it in. If
A-L-A, no.
A-L-L-A-N?
One L.
Okay, sorry.
But it lists several hundreds of these that are...
Well, I'll check it out tonight, guys, and then if this needs to adjust, I'll do it.
I'll
Otherwise, you
check
can
it out as
trade. Exactly. Thank you very much for sharing that, though. And guys, when you find this list, it sounds like a great list, and don't feel like you have to memorize it all. This is not a script-taking class. This is not like a memorizing class. It's about fueling your creativity. This is the way to use them when you come across them. I don't know what the list is at, but I suspect it's a pretty fun one. You'll come across one homonym, one ambiguity that strikes you as really funny or just really cool. Remember that one and use it as much as you can. Then you'll come back to it in a couple of weeks later and there'll be another one that you like and you'll do the same thing again. So don't overload yourself by trying to memorize it all. That's probably the worst way to get the result. Just pick the ones you like, have fun with it, throw them out there, use them with everyone, and when everyone starts being sick of talking to you, get another one. Go ahead. It is Cooper.com.
Cooper.com.
That makes a lot more sense here. Yeah.
Cooper.com.
Say again? All right, I totally missed that one, but hey. Go ahead.
I seem to remember a story that someone told about the inner you and the ram.
The wiser you.
The wiser you.
I like that one too. I have no idea where that came from.
You have no idea where that came from.
Where the wiser you one came from? I told the story, but I have no idea where it came from. Seriously.
Oh, okay.
I don't. I really don't. You see, this is the point in the training where the roles flip, and instead of you being in trouble, I start getting in trouble. Go ahead.
Real fast suggestion. I think it's interesting that when Igor talks about magic moments, he's talking about taking things from magic, like conjuring, and applying it to hypnosis. I came to hypnosis via that.
Okay.
The opposite way, taking things from hypnosis to create magic moments in magic.
Exactly.
A suggestion, if you want to see some good use of magic moments or test your ability to tell whether it's happening or not, if you go to YouTube and type in magician, David Blaine is someone where you can see some good stuff, some bad stuff. A lot of magicians you'll see, and on YouTube it ranges from really bad to really good.
Yeah.
You'll see people doing the same things, but some will have the magic moment and some won't. And it's really easy to identify if you now know what it is. Because some of it is just a trick, and some of it is a miracle that really moves people.
Exactly. And this is actually where the idea of it first started making sense to me, when I heard a magician talking about exactly that, which is a performance thing. And for me, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but I got it by actually watching a magician doing a magic trick that looked like hypnosis, basically reading someone's mind, with young offenders in a prison. And it's just the look on these kids' faces. I went, I wish I could do that with my clients. Seriously, I was just blown away by it. And again, I think it was such a wasted opportunity that I didn't even leave them with some kind of a positive message about their life improving. That was just a picture-perfect opportunity to use hypnosis as a force for good. So thank you for sharing that, and I think it's a great idea to do that.